Hello, ukulele friends. Today we are going to learn 2 new notes so that you can start your first melodic song. So let me explain a little bit about what that means. So up until now, you've been learning about chords, right? Some of the chords that you've learned already are C chord, C7 chord, F chord, G7 chord, G chord, A minor chord, and I'm even going to show you D chord, which we haven't covered yet. Well, now, so one thing that we want to talk about with chords is like with the C chord, we fret that open A string and we strum all of the 4 strings on the ukulele, right? Same with C7, we're fretting 1 string on the first fret, but we're strumming all 4 strings. F, we fret 2 different strings, but we're still hitting all 4 notes. What we're going to be doing today is plucking a single note. So the difference between strum and pluck, let's do C together. So we have C chord, right? And you all know how to do C chord right here. And then we put our finger and our thumb together. We use the back of our first finger to use that fingernail, and we strum all 4 of the strings. So now we are going to pluck the C note. So what we're going to do is we are going to count from the bottom, just like in a building. The first floor is number 1, and then it goes to second floor. We're going to do first string, second string, third string is our open C string, right? And we're going to take our thumb, we're going to make sure we're on that third string from the bottom, and we're not going to touch anything on the fretboard. We're just going to pull out with our thumb. Right? So let's all try that together. Okay? Find your string. 1, 2, 3. You're going to kind of turn your thumb so you can use your thumbnail, and you're going to pull out. Kind of out and down. Excellent. So that's the difference between strum and pluck. Good job. So we're going to talk more about what the staff means, but for this week, I just want you to take notice of what, hey Mr. Roman, of what the C note looks like on the staff and what the D note looks like on the staff. What do you notice that's different about the two? So if you're just looking at them, you can see that the middle C note is actually below the staff. It's a whole note, so it doesn't have any stems or anything. It's just a whole note with a line through it. And it's below the treble clef staff. Do you notice how the D note is different? Looks like it's up a little bit more, and it's touching the bottom line of the staff. So this is really exciting because this is how you start to learn how to read music. So as you guys are learning how to read books, you're going to learn how to read music books too. And if you know what the middle C looks like on the staff, you could play it on a ukulele, you could play it on a guitar, you could play it on a piano. So this is going to set you up to be able to start reading music. Okay? Excellent. So now we are going to work on the page that says notes on the C string. Okay? So I'm going to put it up here. We're going to do number 1. And we're going to listen to the difference and how C note sounds different than D note. Okay? So number 1, I'm going to play first. So tap your toes, keep your ears open and listen, and then we'll do it together the second time. Okay? So I'm going to get myself ready. I'm going to look at my music. My music's right over there. You should see it up here. just to kind of check it out. Okay, so these are 3 whole notes. There are 3 measures of 4 counts each. The first note is C for 4 counts, 1, 2, 3. The middle measure is going to be the D note, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the last measure is going to be the C, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 12 counts in total, okay? But we're just going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the reason we do that is because right up here, there is the treble clef and the 4/4, the time measure, that tells us that we have 4 counts in each measure, okay? And the whole note is going to count for 4. All right, so let's do this. I'm going to get set up. I'm going to go first, so tap your toes, keep your ears open, and listen, and we'll do it together the second time. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. All right, so now let's do it together. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. Nice job. All right, so in number 1, each of the notes were whole notes. Now, can you remind me, how many counts does a whole note have if we're in 4/4 time? If I heard you say 4, I heard you correctly. So now we're going to do number 2 on the page, notes on the first string. Okay? Number 2 is using half notes. Now, what do you notice? What's the difference between a whole note and a half note? If you said that there's a stem or a stick coming off of the note, you are correct. And that shows that a half note, does anybody know what half of 4 is? If you said 2, you were right. So if a whole note is 4 counts, a half note is going to have 2 counts. All right, so let's do this. Listen first, tap your toes, keep your ears open and listen, and we'll do it together the second time, okay? So number 2, half notes, 2 counts each. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Okay, so let's do it together. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really nice job. All right, so we've worked with whole notes. We've worked with half notes with a stem. Now we're going to work with quarter notes, which are filled in notes with a stem as well. Now, does anybody know how many quarters there are in a dollar? If you said 4, you were right. So there are 4 quarters in a dollar. A quarter of a pound is a fourth of a pound. Quarter means 1/4. So if we have measures that have 4 counts, a quarter note is going to be 1 count. Okay? So I'm going to do it first, and then we'll do it together. We're going to do number 4, alternating between the C note and D note with quarter notes. Okay? So I'm going to get myself ready. I'm going to look at my music. You guys can look up here. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was a little tricky. No worries if there are mistakes. That's how we learn. We have to practice and make mistakes. So let's try it together, okay? And we'll go a little slower. Okay, so we're going to get ourselves set up. We're going to look at our music, kind of know what to expect. Okay, so I've got 2 C's, 2 D's, and then I'm going to do 2 more D's, then 2 C's, then 2 more C's, and then a D and a C. Okay, and they're all quarter notes. I noticed that there are some interesting lines underneath the notes. What are those? Well, we're going to talk about that next video, okay? So don't worry about those yet. We'll talk about how to use tab or tablature in the next video. But right now we are looking at the quarter notes of C filled in with a line through it and a stem. And D, which is a filled in note with a stem just underneath the staff, okay? I'm going to set myself up. Let's do it together. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. All right, so we have done some really good things today. We learned the difference between the C chord and the C note. We learned the difference between the C note and the D note. We talked about what the staff is, which are the 5 lines in the treble clef. We talked about time measure, which is the 4/4, which tells us that we have 4 beats in a measure. We talked about the difference between whole notes, half notes, and quarter notes. Whole notes are 4 counts, half notes are 2 counts, and quarter notes, 1 count. So next video, we are going to learn 3 more notes, and we're going to learn about what tablature means and how you can use it to help you as we learn how to do the melody of songs. And then a little bit farther down the road, we are going to play some really cool songs. It's going to be worth it. So hold on for 2 more videos. We've got this one and we've got the next one, and then we will play a song. Okay? I look forward to seeing your videos, and you can still use Flipgrid. I look forward to seeing you. All right, bye.